right, remember this and the break of sadness? Yes, we're going to try to make it not that thing. So we'll get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man, and the 1650 that I grew up on. It's getting to be a rough old horse. There's a lot of stuff that needs attention on it, and it just keeps giving and giving. And I'm gonna try to tackle some of these projects, you know. The biggest one now is the brake that we took out because it was locking up. You can see the rusty brake of sadness that's obviously gotten water in it, and we had to destroy a disc getting it off there, which is sad because I'm sure that's a new disc that I put in at some point. So I need to use this tomorrow, so it's real smart to be tearing into it tonight, isn't it? But I'm tired of the parts sitting around. You know, I talked about that before in a video. I have a bad habit of ordering parts to fix things and then never getting them fixed, but I have the parts. So that's what we're going to try to remedy here. And I should have everything I need in this box. I did not have any more brake discs, so I ordered some brake discs. I ordered some seals. We're going to do just one side, but I got two in case I screw it up. And I got these actuators, which I think are probably better than what I got. And I got some springs. I'll still have to clean these up because they're pretty rough, but they're not rusty and stuck and miserable, you know. Everything actually actuates. You can see how it works here when I do this. When I pull the brake rod, that simulates you stepping on the pedal, and it wedges those balls. They ride out of the channel, and it wedges that apart, which pushes your brake discs against the housing and the cover. So yeah, we'll take one over there just to be sure, but they should be right. These are actually out of a 1600, but they should be exactly the same, as you can see from the evidence. This kind of got a bend in it. Maybe the other one's better. We'll use the best of what we have if possible. But our first affair is going to be the seal of sadness. You know, you remember doing that when we went on that service call? The only benefit here is it's not covered with cow manure, and my wheels are a little bit farther out, I believe, so I should have more room to work. Also, because of the seed I just bought, I have a new creeper. I just have to unfold it. So yeah, I need to make sure before I get down there that I have the socket to take the cover off. So let me grab that and then we'll get to it. One of these days I'm actually going to accidentally forget to cut out all of the animal noises I make just getting down on the ground and getting back up again, because it's a struggle. Now that's pretty close to the action, but I think you can handle it. I'll try not to hit you right in the sack as much as possible, but I make no promises. You might get it. You might get it right in the teeth one time. I don't know. That's a very ominous sound I hear. Wonder if that's a wild animal coming to attack me. It's possibly Buddy the dog doing something he shouldn't. And it's also possibly a stray bovine. I know what that sound is. That's the sound of corn falling out of the bin. Which probably means a critter got in between the door. I don't know. We're gonna just pretend it's okay. We don't even want to know, friends. If we don't know, it can't hurt us anymore, you know? I don't think I did any cleaning last time on this, which is most likely gonna prolong the sadness here. Oh, there came some dirt out of there already. Right on my new creeper. it's still dirty in there. Imagine that it didn't just fix itself. Let's appreciate it. Can we appreciate it? You see how nasty it is? And sad. I thought I had cleaned it up better than that, scraping it out, but I did not. So I'm gonna have to do that before we get too awful far. But we're gonna have to get that out of there. So let's get our, did I bring everything within arm's reach? I thought I did. We're gonna need the drill. We're going to need a drill bit. I don't even know that you can really see what we're doing, so I better get me some focused light here, you know, so that this is not a wasted effort. All right. I've got that brand new GoPro light I've never ever used. I should probably start charging it up and use it. We're gonna need our slide hammer, which means we're gonna have to remember what size threads we need to drill here. Now, the thing I'm worried about is that since it is so rusty, is it going to actually come out of here? We need to get into the meat. Man, we're gonna struggle with this. Okay. If we're very gentle, we can probably not break stuff. And we can probably make this go much more better than what it would. I see my screw is bent. And I see I also did not probably use the right size, but guess what? You can peer pressure stuff if you're motivated enough. Okay. Now, come out of there, seal. I did it. That one came out on the first try. That is super duper impressive. That one on the service call took like 9 tries to get that out of there. All right. As nice as that is, we still got a lot of cleaning up to do. And I'm debating, well, we're gonna need our old friend brake clean, which I have right over here. But I'm debating on what else I'm gonna need. I really need to probably get a file and gently scrape in here just to clean that a little bit better. If I have a grinding stone, I might get that and knock that ridge off around there. I guess I could do that with an angle grinder, but it'd be awfully hard to get in there, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? What did I say I needed? Well, I need the new seal. My driver's right above my head, hammer's above my head, but I want to get a file and clean that up a little bit, and then I want to get something to take care of this. And then probably also a scraper or something to eliminate some of these rust flakesicle things. So yeah. The only bad thing is I still don't have my electricity hooked up in here, so you know I got one cord running all the lights. So while I do some of that, you're going to be in the dark if I'm using the angle grinder. But I'm afraid the angle grinder is going to be the best tool to get that hump knocked off of there. That's something that I do. I mean, I know people don't probably like that idea, but see, when you put this on, this is going to be a mistake. We don't want to put that back on. But if you look at it, your new disc might be into that a little bit, you know, in places if the disc isn't perfectly made, or, you know, the new one is wore different than your old one, obviously. So that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to eliminate, you know, flat surface type deal. But it's not going to be too much, because otherwise it'd be into this. Let me go grab some stuff. I'll be right back. All right, the question remains, how long before all the bugs figure out that this is the only light source down here now? I don't think this is going to work. That's not bad. All right, that worked okay-ish. It got some of the high points. Wonder if the carbide scraper, yes, that will work too. That actually works excellently. Thanks, viewer. I don't remember which one of you did it, but it's doing exactly what I want it to. Cheers. Let's get you out of the line of fire. We'll give it the first of many hose downs. Not bad, not bad. Big improvement, actually. I don't know if this is going to do any good, but if I just go through every groove, turn the file each way, I might be able to rake out some of that surface garbage. Whew, a lot of work. Like I said, though, this is kind of uncharted territory with it being so rusty. I think that is one of the rustiest ones I've had. Hey, there's the part number, 153 501A 504A. 158 504A. In case you wondered. Man, that really works good. Let's wash it again. This is boring, but this is part of it, you know. Ruined my creeper. All right. Before we get carried away, like we usually do, perhaps we ought make sure that our new disc will slide easily on and off. See, it won't. I don't think it slides all the way back where it needs to. Perhaps we need more. All right, camera too hot. What else is new? But what's gonna happen now is seal. I got it, everything is what I want. I guess I can show you that real quick, but this will go all the way on easily and slide, and it's never, you know, where it won't. Because if it won't move freely, it probably won't release right. Let's put a little bit of the good stuff around the seal, just to make sure that there's no leak by. I honestly don't think there would be. However, this seal doesn't have the green coating, you know, like a lot of them do, which is supposed to be some type of sealer on its own. Friends, we're gonna clean up that grease off of here. We're gonna leave it in there, because that'll do us more harm than good when we're all said and done. We don't need that much. Why did I do that? Dum. We'll clean that out later. I should probably edit that out so I don't look so stupid, but sometimes you make a mistake, especially when it's late at night. You've got other things on your mind. Can I get it? I don't know. Let's check our work so far. Pathetic. How we going? Crooked? We're going. I don't need that bottom corner. A little more. I think we're there. Are we flush? About the same amount all the way around? I think we are. I can feel that lip. Raised lip. Let's give it one more to make sure we destroy it. All right. I think we did that somewhat okay-ish, but now we got to clean up all of our grease that we foolishly put on there. Well, as far as brake actuators go, this is actually kind of above average, I think. I do want to pop these springs off of here. However, I can manage to do that successfully because A, I'm going to replace them, but B, I want to make sure everything inside looks good. And then we'll slap it in there, but I think it does. I think it's, I mean, unless it's missing a ball or something strange, but it could probably benefit from a little wire wheeling real quick, but I'm not going to put any grease on it, never on these. I mean, just a wire cleanup will be good enough. I'll do that, bring you back. All right, that's pretty good. I even sat there and tried to polish my balls, but that really takes too long. It's a lot better to just pay someone to do that for you. I probably should have just bought new ones. See, now it's going to play a game of don't go back together for any reason. You know why? Because he wants it to. There. I wish I could tell you that there was an easy trick to this. It's not really that hard. I just usually take the screwdriver in there and try to bust my teeth out, you know. This isn't my screwdriver I would prefer for this, but come on. I might have to go get my other one because there. I just had to do it slightly different than I usually do it. This screwdriver doesn't have enough room to get in between there without the spring hitting the watching me. You know what I'm talking about. when you get into the habit of doing stuff one way, see, that's what we don't want to do. Oh. Now, I did it so good on that first one. There. Now, Knudsen. Can I get this one this way? Yeah. There. That's how I need to do it. I'll get the screwdriver figured out by the time we're done. If it wasn't like midnight or 1 in the morning, I'd probably be more alert. Get in there. There. Beautiful. All right, we'll let you see. I had this on already, but I want you to see that it'll go on nice. Almost took this to the head, but I'm gonna get that in there. Come on. Ouch. See how much easier that went in than the other one came out? The other one was a pain in the Knudsen. Now, I can see already that we're running into our old friend, interference. These new brake discs are so much thicker that they will hit. You know? Now that one, it's standing proud of the housing by just ever so slightly. Well, that's the problem, friends. If it's proud of the housing now, what's it going to do when it heats up? Well, it's going to lock your brake. And also, you know, that's how it works. If it's all the way collapsed now, that means it's never ever going to be less than what this is. With these very expensive shims, which got just totally destroyed with rust. I'm not saying a guy couldn't use them again, but he's going to be sitting here doing a lot, and I mean a lot, of cleaning to get them to go. You see, I mean, we've got a lot of rust. I can't believe that much from just a short time, really. I mean, and of course, another thing you'll do if you're a dum-dum like me, there. You know, if I add that wad of shims on there, once cleaned up, that should be enough, right? I can try it, but it's going to take a long time. I could do my old trick of just number 2 Permatex and some machinery bushings, which I don't know that I have. I might sit here a while and try to clean this up and see how I get. If I can get them somewhat clean-ish, then we'll go ahead and use them. I would prefer to use them because that's what it is. But, all right, well, I refuse to let these shims die. And part of the reason is, what do you figure a shim like that would be worth, that shape? Well, if you guess $94 each, you're close. So, to me, that's enough evidence right there that we are going to reuse, reduce, and recycle. But I am also going to do something that might be another thing that turns out to bite me in the Knudsen. But I'm going to put a little bit of Permatex on the top side when I get it in there. So maybe it will keep the moisture out of the top, but then let it drain out of the bottom. That's my that's my thinking here. You know, that's what I usually do when I put the washers on. So maybe I can make it go, you know. Boy, there's a lot of coyotes out in the woods. I don't know if you can all hear that or not. Hopefully they stay out there and they don't come up here and try to bother me. Because I am probably a giant tasty snack. I'm liking it. Let's see if 4 is enough. If not, I mean, right now, I think that's enough space. I mean, it was last time I did this. And then you see how that turned out. I think it's going to work, friends. Let's have the power of positive thinking. Actually, no, that never works. Power of negative thinking. That way, anything you accomplish is more than you thought you would. So, forget all that good time stuff. Think about all the terrible things that will go wrong. And then anything that happens better than that, you will be satisfied with. I'm available to give motivational speeches to your school, church events, anything. I'll teach you all how to look on the negative side of things. Yep. And let's give it a little dose. Unos. Dos. Tres. I think. I don't know. The only way I know those 3 numbers is because of that joke about the Mexican magician. You ever hear that one? He said, unos, dos, and then poof, he disappeared without a trace. So, I think there was more to it, but that's all I remember. Whatever. Now, if I was a smart man, what I would do next, I would drive it around and make sure it's not going to lock up loose. But ain't nobody got time for that, do they? We might wait till daylight and do that. I mean, I got the worst part done, so we could do that in the daylight and I could show you, you know, whatever I accomplish on that end, but I don't know. I suppose I could stand up and shove it back and forth, and if it works right, then it's probably fine. Then he'd be ready to go. I don't have to tighten it. I just have to have it close. That better for you? Like 1 or like 2? Like 2 or like 3? I guess we'll just adjust it up and then we'll try it. And if it doesn't work, we'll pop the cover out, take out a brake disc, and motor on until we get a chance to mess with it again. I've done that before. Now we're starting to get into brake territory. Until it wears off. I think I'm going to leave it there for now till we run it a while, and then what I'll do is I can always tighten it up more. But this will give us an idea whether it's even going to make it without locking up. Because, hey, sometimes it don't take much, you know. When things heat up, they expand. And then that's all she wrote. So, anyway, we'll lock this down. Because the nice thing they did was they made the 2 things different sizes, so you can use a socket on both. It won't do you much good since it's dark as can be outside, So I'll wait to drive it in the daylight, and I might even film that and add it to this video, because I'm sure I won't have it all edited and done by then. But you can see we made a vast improvement over what we had, you know. This is reusable if a guy takes the time to clean it up and whatever, but that's going to take a long time. These are obviously totally garbage now. You know, the temptation is there to maybe this one could probably be saved if a guy spent time and cleaned it up, but is that worth it when they're available for like 40 bucks a piece? Probably not. That's kind of why I just always buy new ones. The only downside is they are thicker. Sometimes you can get by with a new one and one old one, and then you don't have to space the cover as much. So it just depends on what you got and how quick you need it, you know. But I think we're going to call this a success. And I still got one good actuator should I ever need it. So, which I have, because I've went through several of those same way. Every so often you find some that just aren't worth saving. But in this case, I think we've got a good setup. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.